What's going on? We back with the boxing clinic and more. It's your boy CJ, good fella, talking some boxing, early on in the day. And Jermall Charlo did 2 interviews. And I'm going to link them both to the description. The one he did with Fino boxing, and whoever that fine young lady is that's asking him questions. He didn't seem too keen on fighting Gennady Golovkin. His whole demeanor was different. I guess he didn't have his hyper pill today or that day. And he was just saying that it's a business. And, basically not in the rush to fight Golovkin. That was his whole demeanor and his calmness. After he beat Hugo Centennial Jr., he was G. But obviously he was on a natural high, just getting a big knockout. And now it's basically, it's a business. And, Triple G and Canelo got unfinished business. And, he was speaking like that. And, maybe he knows he's not ready, because it was a totally different demeanor. He came at Golovkin with some respect. And I guess when you move up in competition and Golovkin bringing that heat, he bringing them iron fists, you want to treat him with a level of respect as a champion should be treated. But I just find it funny that, with an opportunity on the floor with, maybe him and Canelo don't reach an agreement, Golovkin and Canelo, that you can get the fight. And he don't seem to, he don't seem like he wanted to push it, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't seem like he really wanted to go out there and get it, saying like, what, if that don't happen, man, I want the fight. You know how you be all hyper and shit. And I didn't really get that energy, through the video with that. I got the energy as well. I just let him and Canelo fight and, I'll get him down the line. I didn't get into like, I want my fight now, I want my shot now. You know what I'm saying? This is my time. I didn't get that from him. I got a little bit of, he was a little bit timid. You know what I'm saying? A little bit soft in that interview, but maybe, maybe tired, maybe just got off the plane. Maybe the energy level wasn't there. Because in another video I'm going to talk about, which people going to talk about that first 2 minutes I spoke on. That's what they're going to speak on because they got short attention spans. But in the second video with Fight Hub, he was a little bit more animated. So maybe it was a long day of interviews where, he was like, what, man? People don't want to see me to fight Golovkin. Everybody like Golovkin because they know I'm a tough out. I'm paraphrasing here. He said that, just as hard as it is for me to knock him out, it's going to be just that hard for him to knock me out. And he said, that's the fight I wanted. He said, I spoke to WBC, and I'm assured that it's going to happen. And basically said, if it don't happen, he going to get a strap. And I seen another video. I can't remember which one it was. He said, of course you want to beat the man, instead of being handed a strap. So, maybe it was just a long day of interviews, man, where he just didn't have the energy no more. He probably training, working out, jet lag, all types of stuff. So maybe the energy wasn't there. But what I got from that first interview was that he wanted no parts of Golovkin anytime soon. But the second interview, he was more animated. So, maybe he took that interview earlier in the day. He said that, he felt like, he was ready for the fight and he wanted to fight. He said, it's going to be what it's going to be. He said, I want to fight him and they're not too keen on fighting me. But I'm going to be in tip-top shape and I'm going to bring my best, my A game. But in that second interview, it wasn't like, he 100% guaranteed he was going to win. It sounded like he just, guaranteed that he was going to compete. He's going to give it his all. So the confidence is definitely not on 10,000, but that's what happens when you go into not one of them cakewalk fights that he been fighting. Not none of them lower level fights he been fighting at middleweight. He going into a real middleweight fight. And most people believe that he should fight Danny Jacobs first to get ready for Golovkin. And that should be right. He should fight Danny first. To get that experience on the top level at middleweight and then roll into a Golovkin fight. But he coming back in August in Houston in his hometown, so he should be excited about that. I don't know any possible opponents that's been named by him fighting for that Houston fight that haven't came through the news wire. But he's definitely not 1,000% confident that he gonna whoop Golovkin. It wasn't that energy when he was after Hugo fight. Yo, he kind of calming that ass down a little bit, man. Reality starting to set in that he one step closer to possibly getting in there with Triple G and getting knocked the fuck out. And he gonna have to, he gonna need the experience. In August he need to fight a good, durable opponent. Really need to try to bring Danny Jacobs down there and go up to Brooklyn. That's what they should be trying to do. Because all these fights that he's fighting right now is not preparing him to fight Triple G. He's not getting the rounds he need to get. He's not getting those tough rounds. He need those rounds, But, I'm not saying that he's scared, but obviously when you go into the biggest fight of your life and you've been talking cash shit for this long and reality started to set in, You know, it's like you arguing with a dude at school. You know, y'all going back and forth. So I'm gonna fuck you up. And the end of the day come, you like, damn. You know, I gotta fight this nigga now for real. I done talk all this shit. You put the pressure on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like it's nothing like a father's pressure on the son. It's nothing like your pressure on yourself. When you put the pressure on yourself, that's tough. That's the toughest pressure you can put. Because at the end of the day, you done talk cash money shit through the years about you being the best, you and your brother being the best, and you get your ass whooped on and knocked out and become a meme. You know, you can probably never recover from that. And I tell you guys, this high confidence and this tenacious attitude, and you know, bringing that Mike Tyson, Clubber Lang shit to boxing. You know, when you get that ass tapped, you know, them guys ain't gonna be the same. And Charlo twins, you know what I'm saying, they go confident and they get knocked out, beat up real bad. With that confidence, you know, the internet and social media and the boxing world is gonna destroy them. You know, and that's gonna tell me if they can overcome that, if that happens and come back and have a solid career, how they mental fortitude is. But you know, I'm telling you guys, them guys, that high confidence, they feel invincibility. When that invincibility start to get cracked, they mentally shut down. So it'll be interesting to see if, you know, when the Charlos do get whooped on, and how they recover and how they bounce back. Because I think it's gonna be tough. Because they selling this Clubber Lang Billy Badass act. And now, you know, this Jermall Charlo is getting a little bit timid. You know, not the Gennady Golovkin fight could be closed in. Oh, I hope him and Canelo do their unfinished. But no, you know, if you want your fight, you want to get in where you fit in there. Like, no, I don't give a fuck. I want my shot right now. I'm ready. And now the reality setting in that it could happen sooner than later. Nah, it's all, no, Canelo can get the shot. And nah, bro. You've been talking all that cash shit. It's time to jump your ass into the pool and get baptized by fire and see what you really made of. None of that Arizona Lara, you know, just name dropping for no reason. Go get your shot and prove to the world why you the best. We gone.